So we are officially, it is time to do Ttg Painting stream. Most professional streamer ever here. We have been live for, I think it's 46 hours straight. Obviously, little, tiny bits of sleep here and there where we kind of extended the timer for the amount of time that I slept. Yeah, every day that we're live, we're trying to do quirky bits, right? This is one of the more ones I went all out for. Originally, I just went to Walmart to buy the thing to do the baked and drunk cooking stream, which that will be another separate YouTube video. I'm sure some of you guys saw that. But also, I was like trying to find other bits, find other things to do, and I bought some painting shit. So I bought two canvases here. That I believe can be painted on, right? I believe that is that's how this works. I bought some cheap as hell paint brushes. We got a variety of paint brushes, right? I got a mixing paint thing, and then I just bought once again like super. I think this was like $10 or $15. This was only, I don't know. It was either $10 to $20, and it's just acrylic paint. It's acrylic paint. And it's got a bunch of like mini paint things here. And so I don't really know what we're gonna paint. I didn't think this far ahead of time, to be 110,000% honest. I did not think this far. I kind of want to draw. I kind of want to try painting like some. Like, I don't know if we'll do both of the canvases. I just wanted two canvases just in case, right? Keep my options open. Match the paint. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of want to do some like trippy. I kind of want to do some trippy like alien thing. You know what I mean? Draw myself. I don't know about that. I don't think it would look very good. Right? The only art that I've ever really done that I actually like is those really weird alien sketches. Obviously, you guys can get alien sketches from channel points, I don't think we've done it in a while. But, I don't know. Maybe this first one, maybe we do some real colorful alien thing, right? And then, I don't know, maybe we like go over it with Sharpie after it's dried. Like, I'm imagining if I did like a real messy paint type thing, and then we went over it with Sharpie afterwards, or there is black paint. I know you're supposed to use black very sparingly though. Because you're supposed to use black very sparingly because it like flattens your paint. I did take a couple art classes in college because obviously I originally thought I wanted to do graphic design. So like all the graphic design programs, you have to take some of the painting, or some. So I did like a lot of traditional art, wasn't great, but I did learn some things. I mean, some very basic things, right? Like, black, it flattens your, paint and, stuff like that. And yeah. Oh, you're saying match. Oh, like I should put on my splatter paint shirt. Maybe that's what you're saying. I don't know. Okay, so we've unboxed everything. I hope that is exciting here. I hope that is exciting. Reverse coloring book where you paint some abstract stuff and then find things. Oh, I've done that before. Oh, paint to match the paint. Okay, that's what I originally thought you were saying. I thought you were just like correcting yourself. Okay, so here's our first canvas. There's our first canvas. I want to make sure I don't make a mess over literally everything. So that is what the paper towel is here for, right? This is what the paper towels are for. We're gonna put down a layer of paper towels, right? And keep everything in tip-top shape here. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? Gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so there's that. We got the paint here on the left. I don't have a ton of room, right? And you guys can see a little bit. I'll constantly like hold stuff up and show you guys and stuff like that. So I think what I want to do here, and I have no clue what I'm gonna do with these paintings. I don't know if I'm gonna keep them, if I'm gonna I don't really know. I don't really know. But what I think I'm going to do right now here. Hey, Ash. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do the background first. Right? Because I think that's what you want to do. So I think I am going to try to do some sort of pink and blue background. Like my pants. Right? And then I'm going to do some weird alien shit over it once it dries. You know? I think something like that is maybe the play. Also, hey, Khalibs, thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We are doing very different stuff than we normally do. Right now, we have been streaming for 46 hours straight, I think. And so we're just doing random ass shit. We're doing a painting stream right now. So that is what you guys have walked into right now. We are literally just about to start. So perfect time. But we are doing a subathon. So any subs or donations, anything, add to the time here. I was wondering where you were going with this. Oh, like what I was like setting up and stuff. So, okay. So I don't know. I'm assuming this paint is like the worst quality paint because like it was just the cheapest they sold, right? So we're gonna start with some magenta here. We're gonna start with some magenta. Because yeah. So I got an idea here. It's not the worst. Like, is there any instructions on how to use this? I guess I should have. I guess paint isn't going to have instructions. I could have bought at Dollar Tree. That's true. So I'm going to get a little bit of, I don't have a great camera, right? But I'll try to show you guys as much as I can when things happen. So the palettes I'm going to use magenta here. I'm going to use magenta. And I'm going to use... cerulean blue, right? I think that's going to help. Send my toddler to help. Oh man, I have no idea what those colors were. I have blue, yellow, red, green, pink, brown. Well, yeah, I think normally with painting you're supposed to like what? You're supposed to like mix your own colors, which I think we'll have to like obviously like say I wanted certain colors, I think we'll still have to mix, but I guess the good thing is we're not going to have to rely on mixing as much here. So there's blue in the opposite side. We're not going to have to do this. Do these colors need water? See, that's what I was thinking. I don't think so because they're just acrylic. Clean brushes with lukewarm water. Oh, thin the color with water to achieve transparent. Use the color's full strength for bold opaques coverage or mix them together for more color tints. So what I'm going to do, since this is the background, and I want this to be a little bit lighter, we're going to start with a somewhat thin brush. I do have warm water. It's still relatively warm here. I'm going to like just make sure it's wet here a little bit. And I'm going to just get a little bit of paint here, and I'm gonna really just kind of do sort of a splatter painty sort of background, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I'm gonna almost kind of like do like some like just, I don't know, a very simple kind of base, right? Almost trying to do sort of like splatter painty, right? Take out some Bob Ross. See, that's the thing, it's like I don't know how much water I really should be like getting, how much water I should be adding. Obviously, I don't want to like, mess everything up, right? Well, I guess it's like not like just like Bob Ross, right? It's like you can't mess shit up, right? Like no, you probably can mess it up, right? But maybe not like in a terrible way, right? Like we'll be able to like, and this is the background too, right? This is the background, right? So I'm just trying to... Yeah, I do think a little bit of water helps this. I think a little bit of water helps thin this out. And I'm almost imagining just like if I was doing like some clouds or something right here, right? Just nothing crazy, right? So we have three pink dots here. Yeah, it's no mistakes, just happy accidents. Exactly. Imitate the based meditation sessions. Yeah, we got some of the most meditating music ever. Some Amori music here, and let me know if it ends up getting too loud or anything like that, right? But I want to do this corner here as well, just kind of all pink. I want to do this corner all pink. And I haven't really painted on canvas before. Normally I'm just painting on paper because like I'm not like an artist or anything, so it's like I'm not normally I don't know, putting my stuff on such like a canvas like this, And I think I want to do the opposite corners. So both corners here are going to be pink. Okay. And hopefully, I think this, we're adding water, but I hopefully think that this will dry relatively quickly. I think is the hope. But if not, we have two different canvases, right? So we can kind of work our way through this here. You know what I mean? So don't overthinking it. Yeah, I'm vibing. I'm vibing here. I'm not listening to the Amori music you guys are listening to. I feel like that would put me in more of a Zen mode. But is there a vision that you have for this intentionally? So what I'm thinking, right, is I really like pink and blue, like cotton candy art style, right? It'll dry fast no matter what. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's what I need. So we're going to do like a pink and blue cotton candy sky background. And then I think we're going to draw some aliens. Some of my, like, the one things I actually really like drawing. I don't know if it'll, like, equate to painting, but I don't know. I'm going to try, right? So we're going to get some... Oh, I love these colors. I love how these colors are going to come together here. So I'm pretty much going to go until the entire background is gone, right? So I'm just going to keep overlayering the clouds, the pink and purple, the pink and blue clouds, right? Until there is no more white space here at all, right? And what I think I should be doing is I know people do the corners or the edges, of it. Sometimes like people will paint the sides of a thing, so maybe I should be doing that at first. I don't know. That was probably a little bit too much water I just used here. But that's okay. We can just grab a little bit more paint, right? And it'll end up making it work out here. So I don't really want to blend the pink and blue to make purple. Now some of the overlapping may cause it to do that. But that's kind of why I'm wanting it dry. Because I kind of want it... a little bit of it overlapping is okay, I think, right? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do now here also... I don't know. Should I, for those of you guys that are actually like artists, if I'm trying to paint the sides of the canvas, should I do that here at the beginning? This just needs more paint. Because I don't want to make a mess of everything. But doing some pink and blue clouds right now. Pink and blue clouds. So like what I'm going to do right here, right, is like this side of the canvas, I think should have paint, right? I don't think I'm overthinking too much. It's probably a little bit too much paint. So I'm going to put some of it here, but then I'm going to paint on the side here, right? Because I really want the sides of the canvas to match the background, right? So, like, as you can see, I've painted that side of the canvas, and I think that's going to make this look really, really cool. Sides are usually elastis. I think this will work. I think this will be okay. So I'm just trying to create, like, some cool visual weight, right? So now we're going to draw, like, a cloud over here. Like a cloud kind of over here. Need a little bit more paint here. Here, don't die. I hope not. Hope we don't. We're just gonna get sniped from the window. There's been a sniper waiting. And then once the background's gone, I am gonna add like some small details, like some lighter blues and some lighter pinks and darker blues and darker pinks in the clouds to give the clouds a little bit of texture. But I want to wait until the very end here, right? So we're just putting the base here of this. So paint fumes can cause toxic shock in high dosages. Okay, so see, like I'm painting this cloud right here, right? And so I'm going to literally grab the side, right? And I'm going to paint the side of the canvas the color that cloud is, right? I really think that's going to elevate this painting. I think it's going to give it a lot more of like a 3D effect, you know? I think that's going to be really, really cool. You know what I mean? So now we're going to do another thing here. We're running out of blue here in this little paint thing. So we're already going to have to pull out more paint here. Already going to have to pull out more paint. Which is okay. We kept them over here. Okay. Okay. A lot of paint there. Still got a decent amount here. What's wrong with me trying to elevate my painting? What's wrong with me trying to elevate my painting? See nothing wrong with me trying to make my shit look nice. That's a bad attitude, because then if you just have that attitude, you're gonna be like, oh, well, I'm not like and sometimes I'm not. You guys are, you know, I'll like show you guys what I'm doing. I'm just doing that cloud right there. You know, okay, this is like getting really annoying to like grab. I think I need to put this here, and I need to do like this. I think that's a better way to do it, right? Oh shit! See, I'm already touching the sides of the painting though, which is like I can understand why this is gonna be a problem that we have to worry about, you know. So finishing this cloud here. But, you know, like what if I wanted to like write a book at some point, right? Like I've never written a book. I wrote stories when I was a kid because I used to like writing stories. It's like, oh, I'm no George R. R. Martin. Maybe I shouldn't, you know. So we're just vibing. We're vibing. I'm not trying to sell this on the black market to a museum, you know. But see, so all we did, we painted on the side, painted another thing there. And let's see here. Let's see. Okay, another blue one. Kind of want to change. No, you can see some of this here. So we're going to get one like right here. Right, I don't want to get too much purple. If we get a little bit of purple, I think that's okay. I'm just not trying to make like full-on purple yet, right? That's not the goal quite yet. And this background's going to take a little bit. It is. But that's the whole point, right? So I've added that one. So now I want to like paint the side here. Because once we paint this side, it's going to dry, and then I'm not going to have to worry about it, right? I just need a base level of just a couple of the clouds popping in from the side, and that's all I need. I don't need anything crazy. I'm not going to need to put details on the side. Like, I can if I need to, but I don't have to. You know, it's more just there to be there. You know what I mean? It's more just bare minimum there to be there. So we're going to add another cloud here, and then we're probably going to switch back to pink here at some point soon. Let me see. We're going to now paint the side, right? Like I said, I think this is some of the most important, because then I don't have to worry about it, right? I genuinely do think it's gonna make the painting look a lot better, but I don't need it to be anything crazy. You know, I just literally need bare minimum on the side. And, you know, that'll be that, you know? So this is what we've got so far, right? Like I said, this is literally just the background, right? That's all this is. I'm getting a little bit of paint on me. That's okay though. Okay, I think we're gonna pop in with some pink here now. We've done some blue spots here. I think we're gonna jump into some pink here. What are we drawing right now? We're just doing a background. We're trying to do like a cotton candy, kind of splatter painty background, right? But right now we're just doing the pure base background. So all that we're doing right now is we're just doing clouds of pink and blue, right? And then once all that dries, we're going to add a little bit of detail to the clouds, a little bit more lighter blues, darker blues on the clouds, a little bit of lighter pinks, darker pinks, right? And then we're going to do some weird alien shit over it. I don't really know, right? So that's what we're going to be trying to do here, right? So I got to make sure my paintbrush is clean here, right? I know we're going to need some more pink here, so we're going to go ahead and do this. And a little bit more of this is magenta. This is magenta paint here. I don't know. I've always just I love cotton candy. Cotton candy ice cream is my favorite ice cream. I love the aesthetic of cotton candy, right? As you can tell from our merch, you know, the splatter paint design, right, that I am wearing. If you guys like these sweatpants, these are available for purchase. Got a shill, right? So I'm trying to now just do the outside of the pink clouds that I had already done before I was doing the outside. Because I really just want that to dry first. You know? I think that's going to make things easy for us, right? So the only other thing, I think we had this corner right here. Yeah, this corner is the only other corner that I didn't do the outside here. So that's what we're going to do here. Cotton candy ice cream is good. It's just too sugary most of the time. That's valid. It's definitely some of the most sugary ice cream I think you could get. But I like that. I have the biggest sweet tooth on the planet. And I got the biggest sweet tooth on the planet. You know what I mean? So okay, so we've gotten the corners. So officially everything that is touching a corner now has the edge of the painting, right? You know. So that's that. Now we're gonna add a couple more of the clouds here, right? Get a little bit of water. I'm adding a little bit of water to the acrylic to just allow it to spread a little bit easier. But once we start getting all of this overlappingness, this is gonna look really, really nice. So I think, yeah. So I think we're gonna go to the edge of the painting here for this one. I need a little bit more water here. Yeah, paint using this is not bad paint. I mean, I know I always see like professional artists on TikTok being like, "Oh, I always get asked like what pencils do I use? What paint do I use?" And you know, like I'm using expensive stuff cuz like I'm, you know, an artist, I paint a lot, but they're like, you know, if you're starting out, right? Like literally anything will do, right? Like this is working wonderful to me. I do hate dark chocolate. I do hate dark chocolate. But yeah, and like we are going to like overlap a little bit, you know, there'll be a little bit of overlapping on the clouds. I mean, there'll be a lot of it, but at a base level, I don't want a ton, right? So now we're going to paint this side. And like I said, once the edge dries, I'm not touching it again. So all these other finer details that we're adding will probably not get added to the side because I genuinely... It's not that I'm lazy. It's just that I genuinely think we don't need a lot, right? The edge of the painting isn't that important. It's just to like, if you were like looking at it straight on, right? This is the painting. But then like, if you look at it slightly from the side, it gives it a little bit more depth, you know, I think. And I think that's really, really cool. So now we're going to do, let's see. Yeah, this brand's pretty decent. This paint is Royal Essentials is what this is. Okay. this is very kind of like an uncomfortable position to be in, but I'll live. I'm partly just bitching the bitch. So we're going to paint kind of a cloud here. So I'm kind of having a pink cloud touch a pink cloud, which I'm not super happy about. Well, no, it's not that I'm not happy about it. I guess I just wasn't expecting it, but that's okay. Well, no, I was expecting it, so I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just words are just coming out of my mouth. That's the thing. We're going to get to a point where it's like overlapping the same color, right? And then that starts to look a little bit weird. So I'm wondering if we now do... Okay. I think I've big-brained it here. So we're going to go ahead and immediately... No. Because I was thinking, do I want to already start doing lighter pinks and lighter blues? But I think it'd be good if I just had the base and then I apply those to another layer to give it another depth, you know? Because all of this isn't going to be shown. Once again, this doesn't look great, but this is the pure background, right? This is the absolute pure background. And so I think I'm okay. I got to do the Bob Ross thing and just trust the process. Because I do have a general idea of what we're doing, right? I think I'm trying to overthink things, being like, oh, I already need the lighter clouds because things are overlapping and they don't look very good. But the whole point is because I'm going to add detail over it, right? And, you know, there's a lot more to this than just what's happening right now, right? So I think what we'll do, I'm just trying to find a couple more spots where I think visually it would make sense to have some pink clouds, right? So... I think we're going to do like a small pink one right here, which means we can extend this one out to the edge here of the canvas. It's just this kind of whole little segment up here. Right? Nothing crazy. It's just a small little one. And now I think we're going to switch back to blue, right? We're just going to keep jumping between pink and blue until there is no more white on this canvas. I have a little bit more paint on the brush, so I'll use it up here. Got our water. And now, get some more blue, get some more water. And so, like, there could be a big blue cloud here, right? See, it's like, as we apply more, we're going to find more and more spots. You know, we just got to be careful. I don't want to blend too... Like, I noticed I got a little bit of pink on my brush, but I think it's okay here, right? Also, if at any point in time the audio is not good, like when I'm going down, I think you could still hear me, but it's just obviously not the most optimal way to paint. But it is what it is. Got to trust the process, right? So this a little bit more cloud shaped. And then I see a very good spot for a blue cloud right here. So some of the clouds are going to get smaller and smaller now at this point. Straighten this out a little bit, yeah. Let's see here. Sell what stickers? Stickers of the art? Yeah, and before I'm just designing my new merch design. We just throw this on his shirt. So cloud there. Do we already pull out the pink again? I think we're gonna do one more like horizontal. I don't know horizontal. These terms don't mean anything. I think we're see there's a dot right there. So we just extended a little bit further than I wanted. It's okay. That's okay. It's abstract art. That doesn't work unless you're an artist. You have to be a famous artist. You gotta be established. You gotta have some museum curator. Right? So there's getting to very small places where I can actually hold the canvas while doing the sides here. But it will eventually dry, right? So this is what we've got so far. This is what we got so far. But we want to go until we get rid of all of the white on the canvas. So I'm going to go ahead. There's a small part right here. I could do a small blue cloud. Then we're going to switch back over to pink here, I think. I'm going to switch back over to pink. Yeah, grab that. Some of these clouds are going to be smaller, right? That's okay. Just kind of changing one of these ones I'm not a big fan of. There's a single cloud that I kind of just reshaped a little bit. This is what we got so far. So I think now we're going to switch over. I think now we're going to switch over to pink here. Act extremely confident. No, I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's how that works. Okay, so now a little bit more pink paint. You can get a cloud right here. Yeah, just paint because we want to. I know we're just vibing, having fun, seeing what happens, right? Get a little bit of an overlap here. We will be painting the side of the frame right here. See, eventually it's going to get very, very hard to hold this when I'm painting the side of the frame, right? Because we are running out of spots on the side here to paint the frame or the edge, whatever. Okay, so we got that spot right there. It's good. Yeah, see, there's a little bit of paint getting on these paper towels. That's why I'm glad I added the paper towels, right? And this is just a cheap Amazon one, right? So, okay, let's see here. So let me add, I need more pink paint here. More pink paint. A little bit of water, just help it spread smoother. And yeah, so now we're going to get to a point where a lot of this is overlapping. I just want to make sure I'm not like getting it where I'm just mixing the paints where I end up like it's okay if it becomes purple a little bit from a kind of blending, you know? But I just don't like that whole thing kind of looked purple a little bit. That's kind of what I'm trying to avoid, I think, a little bit. Let's see. Skilled chef or a baker? Probably a chef. I think being a chef's a little bit more versatile. A little bit more practical. They're both awesome, though. Okay. Yeah, like, because that one looked very blended. Like, that's what I'm saying I don't want. I don't want the... I don't want the clouds themselves to just be straight purple, right? If there's a little bit of blending, that's okay. Okay. That's the thing. It's going to be very overlapping here right now, you know? Okay, so I think we got a good opportunity in that corner right there here. Just got to figure out how to pick this shit up. So this corner right here, We're going to pinkify. Okay. So you guys, like, that's the thing. Sometimes especially when I'm doing the sides, I kind of just have to, once I get all the sides, I'll be able to have this painting pretty much the camera looking at it the whole time. Okay, so this corner is getting filled here. This is going to get very hard to hold here. But yeah, this stuff is drying pretty fast. I just have to make sure it's not one of the things I like directly just did, you know? But overall, this is painting or drying pretty quickly. I like this. Okay, so that's what that corner now looks like, right? We kind of filled it up. Trying to find spots to do stuff here, you know? Okay, I think we're gonna, this white space right here, we're gonna fill in with pink. Though some of that's wet. So maybe... Yeah, that's like very wet right there. Okay, let me put this down here. Okay. It's starting to look a little bit cramped. Right? And we're kind of just filling in some of the spaces, even though they may not exactly look perfectly like crowds. But once again, this is just the background. Right? So I do need to now paint this side, though, because we've decided to just make that pink. Maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to extend some of this. So at this point, I'm just extending some of the clouds, right? So there's a little bit. Oh, see, I'm creating purple here. That's not what I want. It's not what I want there. I don't want the whole cloud to be purple. And that's what happened right there a little bit. So you gotta be careful of that. That's really not what I'm looking for. Which there's a couple spots where we've kind of created a little bit of purple, which is fine. Totally fine. It's just not what I'm looking for right now. But it doesn't ruin it or anything like that. Okay, I think we get some blue here. I think we start messing with a little bit more blue. I think there's a couple places that, yeah, like this kind of white space here. It's like I'm kind of finding spaces where I can just decide to like overlap a little bit and just extend some of the clouds, right? I'm trying to make them as like separate layers so it does almost look like its own cloud, right? Clouds are all like about like being layered and, you know, stuff like that. Okay. So the bubbles don't merge. That's not my vision though. That's not my vision. There's going to be a distinction of the colors eventually, right? This is just the raw what we're starting with, right? So like that can be some more blue. Cuz this is literally just the bottom layer. So that corner I think I want to finish with blue here. in this top corner there, I think all this is just going to be blue. So that includes the sides here. We're kind of running out of blue paint here, at least in my thing. Just being lazy, I don't want to have to put more out. Thought this art stream would have been more funny. What the fuck are you? We're just painting. I never promised I was gonna be like doing backflips and farting while painting. We're just vibing painting. I genuinely, I have a vision. I really do have a vision. There is a vision that I think you guys can't see right now because it's my vision and it's not y'all's vision. But there is a vision here. I have a vision, and you just got to trust the process. You know what I mean? You got to trust the you got to trust the process. A little bit too much water on that one there. What I just grabbed. But see, this is a nice change of pace besides me just sitting at my desk and playing video games for like 7 billion more hours. Which we will be doing later, but... Okay, so we've got that corner filled. That corner has been filled. So this is where we're at so far here. And my table of paper towels is falling apart, and I really just want to be able to throw paper towels away versus having to scrub this table when I'm done. So we're gonna do another protective layer there. Put it down there. Close this so this doesn't dry out. Were your pants your source of inspiration? A little bit, a little bit. I mean, to be fair, I always like this color scheme, like a lot. I really like this kind of color scheme. So that was definitely part of it, right? But yeah, someone said something in chat, gave me some inspiration. Okay. So we're going to extend some of these here. Extend like that cloud right there. I think we're going to extend this cloud right here. So this is still wet paint. So I need to be a little bit careful extending around here. See, the one thing I'll say, because I know I've exposed some of you guys, you know, we had the real fun drunk and baked baking stream, right? And there is fun to be had in situations like that. But I think I know a lot of people in my life that really, I don't know. I don't want to say abuse drugs and alcohol. And I hate calling alcohol separate than drugs because it really is just a drug. There's a lot of people that, like, you know, like in order to have fun in my life, they have to be under a substance, right? And so I think, you know, I've definitely been at parts like that where I'm like, you know, oh, I want to like smoke or I want to drink, you know, before I do anything. And it's still fun to do that. But I've also learned to appreciate being sober. You know what I mean? Just raw dog in life, you know? Because I think, like, you know, I have a lot of, you know, friends that will smoke every single day, right? Every single day. And it's not even like when they get home from work to decompress after work. It's like, I'm going to smoke and get high before I go to work. I'm going to smoke and get high when I wake up. I'm going to smoke and get high when I come home from a break. I'm going to smoke and get high when I come back from work. And I'm going to smoke and get high when before I go to bed. And that's every day, right? And I mean, there's periods of time where I can be overusing stuff a little bit, but, you know, then I'll like take like a 2 or 3 week break, right? And I'll just be like, let me just see if I can. Let me make sure I'm not addicted to these things, right? Let me just, you know, just stop for like 2-3 weeks, and I have no problem doing it, you know? But I know other people that they have a very hard time doing that. They cannot do that, you know? And so you kind of set the standard for the bits during the subathon. You kind of set, are you talking about the baking? Well, that's what I'm trying to say. You can have a good mix of both, you know? You don't have to like have a full unhinged. Do you want, I don't think I could handle being unhinged for a week straight, right? If you guys are actually keeping me here for a week straight, which I don't think is gonna happen. Might, I don't know. Because right now, what? It's 5.5 hours, which that's 2:30. So we're at 8 p.m. now. But you know, I don't know if I could be crazy like that for that long. Okay, so this right here, definitely there's some wet paint here, so I want to be careful. But yeah, after this we're doing 10 pounds of black tar heroin. That's the next stream bit. Live on stream. We're almost done with his background though. Still a little bit more of this side. Can paint this one without lifting up the whole thing. I think we kind of extend these out a little bit. So see, it's all starting to come together here. All starting to come together here. But yeah, words of wisdom, right? If you want some words of a wisdom that, you know, we've probably already talked about on the podcast, but you want a little bit more. First of all, don't do nicotine. I've done so many hard drugs. I will never touch nicotine in my life. That'll be the one drug I never fucking touch, man. There's no point to doing nicotine besides getting yourself addicted. It's actually fucking so hilarious. Everyone I know is just fucking fiends on vapes and shit like that. But, you know, if you're ever going to do things, substances, you know, make sure you're around, you know, you're in a safe environment, you're around people you trust, and you know what you're taking. A lot of people will think they're taking one thing and it ends up being spiked with something. Make sure you fucking know what you're taking. And also make sure you don't start getting addicted to shit, right? You know? Make sure you're not relying on substances to stay, you know, sane. You know, you need to be able to just be sane sober. You know? Gotta just vibe. Gotta just vibe. Also, this is turning out really cool. It's kind of starting to look more like a lava lamp now that we're kind of blending in certain parts of the pattern and stuff like that, you know? It's starting to look pretty freaking cool. Pretty cool. I think I want that splotch of white to be blue. That I want to be blue. This is the last part that I want to be pink here. And then, so this spot right here is going to be pink. There's 2 more white spots that are going to be blue. And then we will be done with this here. Get a little bit more pink paint. I think we've used probably a third of both of this pink and blue. And I think we've painted all the sides here too. So I think we're pretty good on that front. So this part I wanted to be pink for sure. little bit more water to blend it easier. And there's a little happy accident right there. That's okay though. So right now, since this is going to be the last layer of pink, I'm just going over any of the white spots here. Any of the pink that there are white spots. Because this is going to be the last of the bottom layers here. So anywhere where there's pink and there's some white spots, we want to get rid of all of that. And keep in mind, this is just the background of the entire painting. This is not the painting itself. Which is why it's okay. It's a little bit, you know, quirky like this, right? Because we're going to add some extra kind of details, some extra shades. We're going to add a little bit more depth to this background. That's going to be the second layer. But for this first layer, it really doesn't, which me doing this is kind of inherently morphing it together and making it look a little bit less disjointed, which is not what I wanted it originally. It's not what I wanted originally, but I'm liking the way it works, right? I'm liking the way this is kind of starting to look. Now it's becoming purple. We want to be careful of that. Then I think we just need a little bit more touch-ups in this corner. And now I think we're just going to do blue. We're going to do the blue part, and we're going to have our background then here. Okay. So let's get some blue. And let's do this. I like that, like that. So then we got one more white spot up here. I know you can't see it exactly, but I'll show you guys here in a second. A little bit more water. Okay. Just kind of smoothing out. Same thing I did with the pink. The one thing here is this is the last part of the canvas that didn't have something on the side. So we gotta get that. And now I believe the outside of the canvas is done here. I believe I'm gonna do some touch-ups on the blue. But for the most part here, I think we're done with our first layer here. I think we're done with our first layer. It's looking a lot like our pants. I just love this freaking color palette. I love this color palette. So just making sure we're hiding all of the... We don't really want any white here to still be showing. Need a little bit more blue paint here. Yeah, bubblegum's kind of got the same art style as cotton candy, but the original idea was like cotton candy clouds, but now it's kind of like, yeah, morphed more into this kind of like lava lamp looking thing, which I think works really well with the aliens that we're going to put in front of it. You know what I mean? And because we don't, I'm going to use black as a outline. I'm going to do a little bit of black or very dark purple. Maybe not full black. Maybe we mix black with purple because I know you're not supposed to use just straight black a lot of the time. I think like a deep dark purple for the aliens. But I'm going to try to, I don't know, I'm going to try to still do like this sketchy, the kind of sketchy pen look that I do, you know? For those of you guys that have done like the Redeem an Alien, you know? But there we go. I think I'm just doing any touch-ups maybe on the side here of the canvas. But other than that, oh, there's a little bit of pink on that side of the canvas that I think needs to get covered here. But otherwise, we got our first layer here, I do believe, completed. And I'm going to change the camera so you guys can see it a little bit more. I'll make sure this is clean. We're not mixing colors. Just a little bit more pink on this side here. Kind of turning into a purple. Oh man, it turned into a purple a little bit. Yeah, I didn't clean the paintbrush good enough. Or I think it's the water. I think I need to clean out the water too. I think that's part of it. But there we go. We have our first okay. So you guys want to, or let me go get new water. Let me get new water and run to the restroom and let this dry a little bit, and then I'll show you guys more of a better thing that we're doing, you know. Okay. So, this is the first layer, right? This is the first layer. Also, let me check, is the music still doing good? I'm going to restart it. Dude, how long have we been? How long has this been? Damn, that took an hour? That took an hour? I think what would a better way to do this here would to have this on the right there. That way the painting can be closer to me. So that way you guys can actually see it. A little bit scared of where to touch it. Because go for it. Okay, so you guys should be able to see it a lot better now. I think here. I think that's what we're going to go for here. I'm assuming, yeah, we can see the whole thing now, right? Oh. Man, oh man. First time tuning into the subathon. Nice painting, honestly, better than anything else I could do. Nah, you just gotta, I don't know. I bet you could do something cool. So what the plan is right now here is this was just the first base here, right? So a little bit, I'll angle this here a little bit so y'all can see. This is kind of what we're looking at here. Kind of a little bit of a mistake there. That and that turned a little bit more purple than I wanted, but it's okay. Happy little accidents, right? So what we're going to do now here, right, is now we're going to still get the blue and pink, right? And I'm going to do an artist thing, right? So you see on this side, we have the pink paint, and this side we have the blue paint. I'm going to do a really light blue and a really light pink, and then a darker pink and a darker blue. And I'm going to try to add a little bit of depth in this lava lamp kind of cloud-esque thing. And then that will be our main background. We won't be touching that anymore, besides a kind of thing I want to try at the end. But we're going to do that. And then the goal is we're going to draw a couple aliens. And I have an idea of how it's going to look. It may ruin the entire painting, but you got to just trust the process here, you know. And yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing here. So this pink got a little bit polluted by some of the dirty water, right? We did replace the water, so just want to take a little bit of that pure pink out. And so here's what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna take the just normal pink. And then we're gonna get a little bit of pink, but this is gonna be a lighter pink, and then we're gonna have three of each, right? Maybe I didn't need to do that now, but so we have the pink, and then I'm gonna take the white. If I can take it out. So this is just straight up. What do they call this? Titanium white, and you know. They all have these little caps on them, obviously. So now I'm going to add a little bit of white. Oh, that was a lot of white. Whatever. White, I know, is going to be very overpowering here. So now we're going to mix our own paint here. This one, I'm going to go a little bit of a smaller brush, because we're going to do a little bit more finer details here. But so what we're going to do here, I mean, obvious stuff, right? So we had the normal pink. We have then a little bit of, what, pink? We're going to mix it with a little bit of this white here to make a little bit of a lighter pink. Is the goal here? Also, y'all need to. This is just supposed to be a chill painting stream. I'm glad that the chat is not actually on the stream on the screen, because there are some vibes attempting to be ruined here, and we're just trying to vibe. We're just trying to vibe. So you gotta match my vibes to be in the chat. That's the new rule. You gotta match my vibes for the next hour. So I have a little bit of light white pink here. And what I'm going to do here, it's okay that it's a little bit wet still, I think. Because it's more about blending. So I'm pretty much just going to, like, in a couple spots, I really hope this doesn't ruin. I mean, you gotta trust the process, I guess. But we're going to just add kind of like some you know, little bit of like white details, like right here. That one was a little bit too big, but a little bit of a white detail here, right? And just trying to do like a little bit of like this light pink in a couple places here, right? And we're going to pink here. I can hear the Amore music now a little bit. And little bit right here. See, and I can use this to kind of layer some of the mistakes, right? And little bit of it right here. So just kind of like streaks of different colors and stuff, you know? Happy accidents. Yeah. Happy accidents. We're gonna put a hug of paint over some of the happy accidents. That's all that we're doing here. I don't really know. I don't know how this is. I honestly think this is making it look worse right now, but like everything else, right? We just got to trust the process, right? Got to trust the process. And I think it's all going to come together once it does, right? And this is the background as well, first of all. So all this is supposed to be doing is adding depth, though, to be honest, this is one of those things that, like, I'm kind of just, like, thinking that I think I just need to be smarter about blending it into the thing. I think I've just done some, like, very streaks. And if I'm a little bit, you know, a little bit more gentle of how I'm blending it in here, right? I think it would, yeah, like me just blending it in a little bit more there, I think it goes a long way versus these kind of like sort of streaks that I've been doing here. Also, I have a little bit of blue on my paintbrush that I don't want. As we are doing light pink details right now. It's like, yeah. And I think part of this also was I added a little bit too much white, which I could just go and grab some of this other paint and kind of mix it in, right? Darken it a little bit. And I just need to, I think, like extend. Okay, yeah. Now that I'm kind of blending it a little bit better here, and I'll show you guys the full-on details, you know, once, you know, we're in. Once it dries a little bit more, I'll be able to grab the outside of the canvas and show you guys a lot more often. You know, like high detailed things here, right? So, okay. Yeah, I think it was a mindset change. I was adding real streaky streaks, and that's not what needed to be added. It needed to be like very just like kind of blended in here, you know, a little bit. So I think not blending, more just like, I don't know how to explain it. Just like, yeah, kind of blending it in with the surrounding paint, you know? Because I'm really just blending a white and pink with a pink itself, right? It's nothing like crazy, I don't think, happening, you know? Okay. So we added some light pink details, right? So now we're going to, now this is what you got to be freaking careful with, right? Because black is super overpowering. So I have some of the pink paint. We're opening up black here. Rendering. I literally need, I'm not even going to pour the black paint in. I'm literally going to just take a little bit of the black paint. I'm going to put it on the paintbrush. Just literally, you can't see that. Whatever. Just literally the smallest amount, and I've already ruined it. That was already too much. So it's turned it purple. Just that amount killed it. I think I added way too much. Which I think we can salvage if I just add more pink. I think I just need to add a lot more pink here. Which we've already used up. Probably about half of this pink paint. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's try this. Let's try our newly blended darker pink. And we're going to try adding this somewhere. Probably to an area that's already kind of darker. Oh, I hate that. No, this is not the play, I don't think. Yeah, no. I just did a speck of it. And that's not what I want. I don't get ruined or anything. I think those would not be happy little accidents. Those would be large, sad accidents. If I continued on that way. So what I think instead is maybe There's this different shade of pink. This is called Primary Magenta 2. So maybe I'm going to do... I can try just this by itself. Okay, okay, this is probably going to be better here. We're going to add a little bit of just this Prime Magenta 2. And now we're going to go back to this pink. I think black turned it almost into like a doo-doo gray. You know? I don't want a doo-doo gray. Yeah, we're also already like 60% of the way done with this. I wasted a lot of this paint mixing it with the black that I didn't end up wanting. Which luckily pink nor blue are going to be part of the, you know. Oh, this is vibrant. This is what I wanted here. Because the black kind of like saturated it a little bit, you know? Kind of made it look really boring. And this, I think, is where the colors are going to pop here. So in the same place of what I just tried to do here. Right. There we go. It's hard to explain, and I'll show it to you guys for sure here in a second. But now it's more of just a darker red. I definitely need to be a little bit careful. I think I'm going to grab a little bit more of this normal pink paint and mix it in because it might be a little bit too dark. But just a little bit, right? Just to maybe get a little bit of water here, a little bit blending it a little bit better here, right? But just so there's like some parts of this pink that are a little bit darker, right? And there'll be some parts of it that are a little bit lighter. And the hope is that just adds a little bit of depth to the background. You know, it doesn't need to be like crazy high depth or anything like that, right? But just so it's something, right? Gives it a little bit more depth. You know? Yeah, I'll definitely have to check Art Channel at some point. Okay, a little bit more of this. Like this part, I didn't blend it super well. That's fine though. So we're gonna darken this part of it. Yeah, Beanie popped in here earlier. This part was I need to blend this a little bit more. Happy little accident right there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over, after I do all these details, I'm going to do a little bit more details of just the normal color as well. Just to strengthen the normal color that I kind of wanted, you know, sometimes. To pop in. I think that'll be a good thing to kind of do. I really hope this adds the depth that I'm thinking it will add. Like, yeah, it's not blending great because some of it has already dried, you know? But I think we're doing good here. I just definitely am going to need to go over it. Not the whole thing, but I'm going to, just like I'm doing details with the kind of lighter and the darker, I'm going to definitely want to do some details of just the normal original pink that it was. To kind of make sure there's that bright pink that's still shown in the kind of textures, right? And stuff like that. I don't think we need much more darker pink. I think we're pretty close. So we got a little bit of lighter pink, we got a little bit darker pink, and now I'm just going to go over with a little bit more of the traditional pink. Or magenta, whatever this is. And just get some straight streaks of, like, you know, This is the pink that we wanted, you know? A little bit more like that. Just to, you know, give it a little bit more depth, you know? There's still a couple places that might still have like one or two white spots that we maybe, you know, or brush strokes that weren't the greatest. You know, happy little accidents. And get some over here. Can we have this on a shirt? See, things like this always make me want it to be like the all over design, you know? But some of those all over designs are so expensive to print, you know? Wish they weren't. That's why the limited Dino merch that we're doing right now is literally some of the cheapest merch we've ever done, because it's literally just slapping something on a t-shirt. Let me get a little bit more of this light pink. Let me highlight this a little bit more. Just blend. Still a couple little white spots and stuff that I'm trying to make a lot better here. Yeah, well, I'm doing the blue next. We're going to add some depth to the blue. But then the alien's going after that. And the alien may ruin everything. Because I have a really distinctive way. Like the aliens that I draw are a very distinctive way I kind of do them with a pen. Real sketchy, real scratchy. And you can't do that as well with paint. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to get a dark purple paint. And I'm going to be very... I'm gonna try to be very precise with it, but very, like... Not precise. Like, I'm going to have just lines... But the lines, I'm going to have a lot of them. So I'm going to try to use a real thin one. I don't know. We're going to have to figure it out, you know? We're going to have to figure it out. So this is what the pink looks like now. If you guys can see, there's a little bit more depth on some of the pinks, right? We have a little bit of areas of the lighter pink, right? And a little bit of areas of the darker pink. It's not crazy. It's not a lot. It's not the best. I'm not great at this blending thing. But I think it adds a little bit more than what we had before, right? I feel like it feels less flat, you know? Definitely a lot less flat. And, oh, see, I just ripped paint off the side here. Picking it up. Okay, so now that was all the pink. Adding a little bit of details of the pink. Maybe I had one more dark spot here. Got a little bit darker. This is good as we're gonna get, right? I mean, we've already been going for what, an hour? Damn, an hour and 22 minutes. Okay. So now we want to do the blue. Blue should be very easy, I think. I'm also not going to try mixing it with black. Okay, so we have blue. Now we're going to get a blue with a little bit of white. And that's what I'll start on first here. I definitely think I used a bit too much white last time. So we're going to just get a little bit of white. Might have been a little bit too much. And now we're going to mix the blue and white. Yeah, this is perfect. Blue. This light blue is obviously going to mix very well with the white. Okay. So now we're going to try to add some lighter blue details. I'm going to try to blend it a little bit better than I did the pink, right? Just like not having it be as streaky. I think a good way to do that is by doing small more small strokes than like just big kind of massive strokes, you know. Get some of it over here. A little bit more here. A little bit of water. Discord's past 900. I think we've been at over 900 for a little bit. I think we've been at like 905 or something for a while. Because I think people will join and then people, you know, leave when they, you know, don't want to be in the Discord anymore. But maybe we dip down under 900 and we're back up. I don't know. I just know at some point seeing 900. So yeah, maybe we went under 900 and jump back up or something. That's super awesome though. The thing is though, is we really have to wait until this whole thing is dry before we do the aliens. You know what I mean? We have to wait until this whole thing is dry. Which doesn't seem like it'll be long. Right? I don't think it'll be long. This is very relaxing though. Kind of forgot how cool this shit is. Yeah, the light white here is adding a lot. And I've just realized I've been doing it on the edges a lot, but I don't need to only do it on the edges, right? That's maybe something I kind of, I mean, I think it works on the edges a lot because that's kind of where you would have the details and stuff, but I don't need to like only do it there, you know what I mean? It can be in other places. It can be in other places. Okay. Yeah, I think this light blue is adding a lot more than the light pink add. No, I mean they both added good, but this is just, I think I got a little bit better, right? In the span of, you know, we've already gained a little bit of experience just from doing the pink, right? So I think this is already doing quite a lot here. And I think some of the pinks that I did were very streaky, right? I'm not super proud of how some of the pink ones came out, but I'm trying to learn, right? And use that to help here this blue. I may go back on the pink after the blue before we let it fully dry, you know? So I think we're done with the light white. Now I think I want to try to do a little bit of a darker white or blue. The problem here is, well, not that there's a problem. So we're going to take some of this blue and we're going to take just the next darkest shade of blue, which just happens to be primary cyan, right? So mixing it with a slightly darker shade so I don't have to manually do it with the other colors, right? One good thing about this set being a little bit bigger. Sure, a skilled painter could do this all with just the primary colors. I remember that was like one of the things we had to learn when I was like in some of the art classes I was in, was how to, like, you know, mix the paint, you know, with like the bare bone colors and stuff like that, you know. So what I'm doing here, it's really just adding just the bare littlest of depth, I think. Okay, so now we're just gonna darken some of the dark blues here. So anywhere there was like a darker blue, right? You know, we can kind of try to darken up a little bit. Trying to be a little bit more careful than I did with the pink, you know? Red, blue, yellow makes U colors. Yeah, because it's RGB versus like CMYK or whatever, right? Darkening some of these, just getting some highlights here. Get some highlights in the middle here. Get some dark blue here. Red, yellow, blue rather than red, green, blue. Because, yeah, then you have, like, the screen printing. That uses, like, a thing. See, it's like, once again, I feel like this darker blue, maybe I'm just going too dark. Sometimes I'm feeling like these streaks of dark are a little bit too dark, but once again, this is the background. I do think it makes the background more interesting. I think they just stand out a little bit too much, but, you know, once again, happy little accidents, right? I think it looking a little bit weird but having depth is better than it not having any depth and just looking like it's super flat, you know, and what you might expect from a, you know, it's like a coloring book. You know, this I'm trying to try out the kind of features of, like this, that was way too much right there. I know that for a fact. So I'm already going to correct this a little bit, get a little bit more of this whiter, try to blend it there a little bit better, because I know I made that a little bit too dark. See, now I think blended, now it actually, that actually looks kind of cool, I think. But we're just trying to add a little bit of this here. Color theory alone makes art complicated. Yeah, I remember, I think I've talked about it before sometime, but I remember having a leapfrog. And as a kid, there was like a painting or like a art educational thing on it. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. It's just some small details here. Some small details we're adding. A little bit of overlap, right? And maybe just like a couple smaller, just like single, you know, smidges of darker blue here. A little bit more water. Because I think the water kind of obviously like I don't know if it's rehydrating it, but it's like letting me blend it a little bit more. Like there's still a couple spots here where I feel like there's a little bit, I can see the canvas a little bit too much. Some like some white splashes and stuff. Okay. Okay. You know what? I think we just gotta be okay with this here. I think I'm gonna go over the red or the pink. Just a little bit more, just a tad. Correct a couple small spots that I'm not a big fan of. Let me get a little bit more of just this normal pink. Kind of running out of this pink though, but the pink and blue I don't think are going to be used anymore past this. So a little bit of water, blending it. So like just like this part I think is a little bit too dark, but now this feels like way too bright. So it's like I don't know if I just ruined everything. I don't know. Get a little bit darker. Oh, see, I don't. Yeah, like it doesn't blend super well, obviously, because some of that had already dried. But I can then just go over it again. Some of the darker, right? Try to blend it a little bit that way. Like, there we go. Yeah, it looks a lot more kind of like subtle now. Because there were just a couple spots here where I felt it was like way too obvious that I was just like trying to add a detail, you know? And even right here, I think this needs to get brightened up a little bit because, yeah. Yeah, there we go. There we made that spot a lot better, I think. Still, I think it's still a little bit too dark. But that's a lot better than what it was, I think. This doesn't have any depth. For some reason. I don't know if all this got muted. But definitely going to try to get a little bit of darkness here. I want a bunch of dark. It's like right here in the middle, I think. Kind of running out of paint. I'm being lazy. I don't want to mix anymore. So just like, yeah, kind of a streak of dark there in the middle. Okay. So, I don't know how much I actually improved it. I think I improved it a little bit, right? I don't think it came out exactly the way I thought the depth would make it look, but I think it's a lot better than what it was. I'll say that. One small thing. Need a little bit more paint right here. And there's one small little thing I need to cover up with blue. Oh, there's a white spot? There is a white spot. There is. So I needed some of this blue anyways. So let me take this lighter blue. Cover that mistake with a little light blue kind of highlight. So now I think we're at the point where we just have to let this dry before I do my aliens. And my aliens are not going to take that long. Like, even though they're going to be like a focus point of this, the reason I have such an intricate background here is because it's like I'm gonna try to emulate like a pen as much as I can with these paints. And it may ruin the entire thing, but I just got to trust the process, right? I just got to trust the process. But I'm just letting you know. May happen. Also, that was a little bit too streaky. I can probably smoothen that part out a little bit. Some more of the dark. You don't want to like undo everything. I'm just like trying to blend as much as I possibly can. I definitely can see these aren't the best for that, but cool. Okay, this is the best we're gonna get here. Sketch lightly in pencil first. Maybe? Because the whole point is like the aliens aren't like perfect. The whole point of the aliens in my art style is it is real sketchy. I just don't know how to fully emulate that with the paint. But I don't think I want to do pencil. I think I got to trust the process. Because even if I make a mistake, I think with the style that I'm going for, it may be okay. So this is what it now looks like with all of the depth, right? As you can see, there's just a little bit more depth, right? A little bit of black highlights, a little bit of, lighter. As you can see, we got, majority of the sides painted as well. Not perfect, right? Not perfect, but we got something there. So we just need to let this dry. And then the plan is, I think we're going to go with the darkest purple, which is this violet. It's just called violet. And we're going to take literally the thinnest brush. And the goal is we're going to do very thin lines, and we're going to draw maybe a couple. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to draw a couple aliens here. I don't really know. But let me just test this out, what this color looks like. Welcome, welcome everyone tuning in. We're in the middle of our painting stream. We've been live for, I think, about 48 hours now at this point. And been live for about 48 hours. And we've been painting for about an hour and a half. I'll put some purple over here. $20 minutes away from 48 hours. So, well, yeah, we're probably going to finish this painting stream right as we've been streaming for like 48 hours straight. That's crazy. That's crazy. So this dries pretty fast. I don't want to rush it and mess up. So I'm going to go get a quick snack here. And I got to go get my phone charger. So my phone's about to die. And then by the time we're done eating a quick snack, plugging in my phone, I think we'll be good to start drawing some aliens. So I'll be back. Okay. I gotta plug my phone in. Damn, that is not a long cable. Your shirt shipped. Let's go. I was using my phone to mostly look at my chat. It is plugged in now. So I'm gonna just have to pay good attention here. Yeah, I think mine shipped a couple days after I bought it. So for those of you guys just tuning in, painting, I think the aliens are going to, like, honestly, even though they're going to be a main focus, in the style that I think I'm going to put them in, I think they shouldn't take too long. So after this, we're going to, I don't know, maybe do a little bit of stretches on stream, something like that. And then we'll move back into the other room and we'll play some video games. It has a dino. How can it not be cute? I can't believe just that took 2 hours. Or an hour and 45 minutes. Your pants match the canvas? Yeah, it's kind of what we were going for a little bit. These pants are some of my merch as well. I really like the purple and blue kind of design. I do miss being outside. I don't go outside a lot, but I have been inside this apartment for 48 hours. Normally, I'm like driving myself to go and get Dunkin', or I'm going to drive and go to the store, I'm going to go to work. I have not left my apartment for 48 hours. All artistic projects take longer than expected. You should get us all Dunkin'. Very healthy lifestyle. Than your friend's hair. We're about to be at 420. I was going to go like bring a bong out and take a hit for 420, but I got to stay Zen mode for this alien. But if the timer gets more time added for 420 before we go play some games, we'll, I don't know. I needed to be in Zen mode for this, you know what I mean? So we're like almost there. It's like almost dried. It really is almost there. Spend all of your subathon money ordering us Dunkin'. How many of you guys are in here right now? What, 33? My average order at Dunkin's like $15, 33 times 15. Okay, let's do this. I cannot be in this position while I'm doing this alien. Like this is line work here. So I don't know how this mic's gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna just assume that you guys can hear me. And I think the painting Which direction is the painting going to be? Is it going to be landscape? Is it going to be... Okay. So I think it's going to be a horizontal, or it's going to be a, you know, horizontal from my perspective. Showing my whole apartment. Yeah, I mean, you've seen the smoke room. You've now seen part of the living room. You've seen my room. You haven't seen either of the bathrooms. You haven't seen Red's room. You have seen the kitchen. Okay. We just got to go for it. We just got to go for it here. This is the make or break time. I genuinely don't know how this is going to go. So what I want to do is just get paint. I'm going to just... Do I like this purple? I think I need to add a little bit of black to the purple. I do think I need to add a little bit of black. Yeah, we did a... Man, I can't see shit. That brought my phone to 15% to 15%. I feel cheated. I can't even see what you guys are saying. Whatever. I literally can't see. Okay. So I think I want to add a little bit of black to the purple. Yeah, okay. That's what I needed. Yeah, the baking and cooking stream will be posted to YouTube at some point, and it'll be added just like this one to our TTG masterpieces. So we're just going for it. We're just going balls deep. Just going balls deep. Yeah, I think this definitely devalues the art. Not money-wise, but... Fucking hell, man. I'm not... But we gotta go for it. You gotta go for it. You know what I mean? You just gotta accept it. You guys will see. I wish I could show you better. Problem is like, is this really the thinnest I fucking have? Maybe this is better. We hit 48 hours. So the whole point of these aliens is that they don't, like... I don't know. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to go for that. It's just not going to be perfect. And that's okay. After I complete the first alien, I'll show y'all. But there's no other way to do this alien. Like, this is the way the aliens are made in my art style. And I don't know. I can't think of any other way to replicate this with paint than what I'm doing. And you know what? Kind of like it. So it's obviously flawed, but the point, the goal of what it's gonna look like is there's gonna be a lot of these. I'm gonna make several of them. There's gonna be several different of that type of art of that. It's like, I'm not gonna experiment with different types of the alien, but they're all gonna look. There's like gonna be a couple of those aliens like flying around. You know what I mean? In that kind of just sketched art style, you know what I mean? So now there's gonna be one over here. This smaller brush is better. There's kind of like I can tell that this brush, in the future, I can see that why brushes would be one of the things you wouldn't want to cheap out on fully, because this brush is kind of like the hairs kind of like, or fibers on it are kind of like not perfect. They're kind of causing some weird, like there's like strands of hair, you know? Did you paint off stream? Like never. I don't think I've painted in like 3 or 4 years. But so I'm trying to emulate. So for those of you guys that have watched the stream, you guys know what I'm going for, right? I mean, we've made alien drawings before as a channel point reward. I'm trying to do it in paint, you know? Yeah, they do kind of look like jellyfish. At least my leaves. I don't think my leaves fit here. I don't think my leaves fit here. I do think each of the jellyfish I do is going to get better and better, though. Or, damn, it's not a jellyfish, it's an alien. But the fact that my art in my head is like, they're already kind of non-perfect in the first place. I think this is kind of perfect. And I think using the purple with a little bit of black helped a lot. You know? So once I'm done with each alien, I'll show you guys. I just wish this brush was better. Like the hair on the brush is like, it's like, I don't know, it's like coming off. And the one detail that I already have planned is after we finish with all the aliens, I'm gonna get this smallest paintbrush and I'm gonna add little specks of white all over. I don't know if I'm gonna do them around the aliens. I don't know if I'm gonna do them around, you know, on the purple, you know. I don't really know. Still streaming? Yeah, we just hit 48 hours, baby. So this is the second alien. I think you guys can see that. So second alien. So now I need like one over here. I do need to like kind of angle them differently. Maybe get some smaller ones here. This will be a smaller one. Just doing the eyes on a smaller one's gonna be a bit hard. little bit hard. This one might look a little effed up. Don't we all? Don't we all? Bubbles. Well, they're aliens. They're aliens. But we will be doing some specks of white. I just don't know where. Oh, that was bad. That was bad here. But I think we can fix this. And so now this is the third one. This one's very small. Third one though. I think I want one here. Gonna have to add some more paint to this here in a second. I wish I could use my elbow. I wish I had elbow support. You know what I mean? No, that's not gonna work. I think getting cheap, the cheap brushes are the only thing I'm actually kind of sad about. I don't think I should have cheaped out on the brushes. It's really hard to do a small detail with this brush. It's the only thing I wish I hadn't cheaped out on. Have to redo multiple lines. Yeah, that's why this whole art style, this kind of these aliens that I really like drawing, they I've always okay, so what I think I need to do is I'm not getting enough paint, and that's making things look really bad. So this was black, this was no, that was white. Where's purple? Purple. I've always, it's like the art style, it's like I normally use like black pens, and I'm normally just real sketchy with it. Like the art style is really sketchy, which I think gives me a little bit of leeway with this not looking the best, because to me it still kind of looks, you know, like my my art style. And what we're doing for the color of these aliens, if you guys weren't here when we started it, we're getting, I think it was magenta, and then we're adding a little bit of black to it. Though I think I added a little bit too much black to this quality, this version. So I'm going to need to add a little bit more magenta here, because black is very overpowering. Very much so. Okay, that might have been too, whatever. Okay. So we've mixed the paint. Yeah, I really do not like this brush. But this is the thinnest one we have. Trying to give this alien, a little bit more expressive with his tentacles. This one's pretty good. Oh, that's perfect. Look at this one. Shit. I just let the purple touch the side of the canvas there. Fuck. Fuck, I'm making it worse. Whatever, we can paint over that, or it's a happy little accident. I don't know. So this is the newest one. Can you look at the What if I am looking straight at your soul? So newest one is the most top one. It's like kind of its tentacles more spread out. So I think I need to add like 1 or 2 more. I don't want to overcrowd this. We're gonna add 1 or 2 more, and then we're gonna add a couple specks of white to really let some parts shine. I think we're gonna put the specks of white on the aliens. So this is gonna be a very small one. Like a really small one. Smaller than that one. Okay. Okay, eyes or whatever. It's hard to do detail with that small. What are you gonna do with the painting? I haven't really thought about that yet. I think I may just like frame it up next to my computer. I may try to take a really good picture of it at some point. And you know, I'm sure I could just like upload it somewhere, so if anyone wanted to download it, y'all could. Maybe see if I can throw up posters on my merch or something. My merch site. Thought you were gonna paint with my girlfriend? Yeah, I was considering either painting with my girlfriend or painting with Red, my roommate. But I wanted to do our bit during the day, during sunlight, right? I didn't want to just immediately start jumping on video games again. So, which we will be doing after this, you know. But my girlfriend is she's spending time with her family because her brother, him and his girlfriend are about to, or him and his wife, sorry, are about to, they're going to get a dog. So they're looking at dogs at like an adoption center. So obviously she wanted to be with them, and she's going to have dinner with them and stuff. So, you know, I know you guys are enjoying the subathon, but you know, it definitely is not disrupting our schedule, right? We were prepared for it, you know. We knew we wouldn't get to spend much time with each other. But so she's having fun with her family, and then Red is working a double. So I am all alone in this apartment right now. All by myself. I need an adult. At some point, if the subathon goes really long, we are gonna try to play Halo. I'm gonna try to play Halo with my girlfriend. That still is I want to happen. And if it doesn't happen, we'll probably do it on like a Friday stream at some point. Because FPS games are, I love FPS games so much, right? And my girlfriend does not like them, but she likes Halo because she grew up with Halo, so. So I added 2 more. I don't know visual weight wise. All 40 of us are also in your house, maybe in the walls. So the two ones on the bottom were the ones that were just added. I almost want to like do like an aura around each of these aliens or something, because like right now it feels a little bit detached, right? What I might do, you want to see it again? So that's what we're working with right now. Trying to think. Think it needs like 1 or 2 more aliens. And then I'm gonna either try to add like an aura around them or something. I don't know. Something to, you know, I don't know. Because they're supposed to just look like this kind of sketchy art style, you know? Believe it or not, that was the goal. Small shape outlines? Ooh. It's a decent idea. That would help fill this space. Oh, it's copyrighted music. I can tell. I can hear copyrighted music. Copyrighted music. Copyrighted music. Even though that's like my favorite thing on the whole soundtrack. I could hear that the second I heard lyrics. So I think we have this alien. I think we had 1 more alien up here on the top left. And then maybe a couple shapes, couple extra details, and then we're good. Also, my phone is about to die. I tried to plug it in earlier and it wasn't working. Oh, because it fell. Okay, phone plugged in. So, one more. Okay. So, these are all the aliens. And now I think I'm going to get like a yellow. I have a couple light yellows here. I have Naples yellow and I have lemon yellow. So I think I'm going to take a Naples yellow here. I got to be really careful though with this. Cleaning my brushes. And we're gonna, oh shit, dude! I just cracked my knee. Okay, so we're gonna get Naples yellow and probably add white to it. Actually, no. You know what? No. I want primary yellow or lemon yellow. I think I'm gonna take lemon yellow because it's a little bit brighter. And then I'm gonna add white to it. Like a lot of white to it. Because yellow does not go with everything else here. So yellow and white. No, not for their bodies. Their bodies aren't getting colored in. They are staying the way they are. They're kind of... It's weird, but they're supposed to kind of look sketchy like that. What I want to do is I want to do some sort of like aura. Like very I don't know how to do like if I could do like a slight transparency I would. But I don't know how to do that with paint besides just water. I need a lot more white. Yellow is so strong. And then we're going to do some shapes on top of the aura there too. So it's just... I don't think I'm doing an aura around them. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a slight aura under the shapes. So it's like there's just these floating shapes with like an aura behind them. Just to help me a little bit more with the visual weight too. Okay, I think this is a color that I can get behind. Water out white and paint it on top. Water out a white paint it over top. Yeah, I need to clean my water, because this blue ass water is gonna ruin it. Lay down in the rain. Okay, so we're gonna get a bunch of water here. Try to get a lot of water. I mean, that sounds right. So, okay. So, it's not going to be very transparent. So I got to be very subtle with this, right? Like, I think I'm purposely going to just... And this is going to help some other stuff pop. Okay, so I think that's it for the background of that. So this is what it looks like. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that same, once that dries, that it definitely has to dry. Once that dries, I'm going to use that same purple that we used for those, and I'm going to just draw an outline of some shapes. And it's going to go over the aura, so it's almost like it's an aura, you know? And then, while I'm waiting, I wanted to try just specks of white on the aliens. Just a couple. An aura of the aura? What do you mean? So, I just don't know. I think I'm going to just try to dot the aliens, like with the occasional white dot. Oh, I likey. I think I need to stabilize with my knee. I don't know if I do the eyes. This is sick, though. I'm going to do them all and then show you guys. This shit is... This makes this shit a masterpiece. Okay, I did a slightly too big dot. Whatever. It's really hard for me to control this. Okay, so we've dotted 2 aliens. We've dotted 3 aliens. Dotted 4 aliens. Dotted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 aliens. Counting the win rates. Are these the aliens you drew for people? This is just like the generic version, but this is like the art style of the aliens I drew for people. Yeah. But not like anyone's specific ones. I just kept it generic. Okay, I got 2 more aliens to dot. Let me know if the audio starts glitching or anything, like the music, like when we were sleeping. It sounds like it might be doing that. One more alien? Okay, so here is... I think the white dots add a lot. Here. It's gotta be a close-up. It's very subtle, but it lets the aliens pop. So now I have one more. One more thing. We're going back to super thin line. We're going to draw random shapes. Wait, it was not this one. This is not good. These brushes suck ass, I ain't gonna lie. These brushes suck so bad. Okay. Paintbrush is literally falling apart. Didn't really let this yellow dry. It's kind of a problem. But I'm not going to learn my lesson. I should have listened though. Really should have let this shit dry. I'm trying to only use the tip. It's just not... I was just a Dumbo and didn't wait for the yellow, but... It's okay. These are just small little details, so. Last little yellow dot here. Yeah. It's not the best part, but once again, these were just little, like, floaty things. So I'm not super concerned here. Hey, what was that, 10,000 bit? Or no, 1,000 bits? Are you taking my lead? Okay, I'll add the 10 minutes here in a second. I'm almost done. Appreciate it though, will you, won't you? Okay. I think we're done, y'all. I think I've completed my magnum opus here. How long? It took us 2 hours and 40 minutes. These brushes were freaking ass. Like, they have the fibers, like, just like, I don't know how to explain it, but like on the thin one that I was doing all this work with, it like had all these like little tiny fibers that were like coming off that were totally messing everything up. But I'm going to put them back in the package, right? I'm going to do the smart thing. I'm cleaning them all off. I'm not going to leave paint on them or anything. Are you guys ready to see the final product here, though? Once again, not crazy. Not like super crazy, but I'm proud of it, right? It took us 2.5 hours to paint this. 2.5 hours. I'm keeping up the suspense. That's what we're doing. Okay. The moment of truth, everybody. The moment of truth. I'm going to let you look at it. So there we go. We did it. We freaking did it. We freaking did it. Trying to see how to prop this up. But yeah, that's that.